Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Gaiden, and this is Final Fight CD on the Sega CD, played via the Megadrive Mini 2 emulation device. Now, I haven't given much love to my Megadrive Mini 2, even though it's got some smashing games on it. So, I'm going to take a look at Final Fight, because Final Fight is one of my favourite ever side-scrolling beat-em-ups. Maybe my favourite side-scrolling beat-em-up. We've got an intro here on the Sega CD which has a voiceover. The guy sounds really bored. The newly elected mayor has got a big moustache and a giant chest.
At the center of the problem is the huge gang.
Oh, they're a huge gang. Not only are they huge individually, but there's loads of them. Oh look, we've got a kind of a family photograph of Hagar looking up to the sky. What's that? Is that a pigeon? Yes it is, Dad, it's a pigeon. And someone's just put a knife through it. It's nasty. Ah, here's the actual arcade intro.
Hello, Mike Hagar here.
Hagar's voice.
So pleased to make your
Oh my god, there's very low effort voiceover here. Hagar's voice does not match Hagar's physicality. He should sound more like James L. Jones or something. I don't know. He should sound like... He needs gravitas. He's the mayor, for fuck's sake. He's rock hard.
What happened to Jessica?
Maybe Jesse the Body Ventura. Something like that. Not like an office worker from, like... I don't know. A data entry firm. You son of a... What have you done to... Next time, can you do that with emotion, please? You son of a... What have you done to it? Oh, fine. Whatever. Yeah, that's a take. Jesus Christ. He really is suffering with Parkinson's disease there. Capcom. And... a Capcom logo appears. Ah.
Guy, Jessica was kidnapped.
Jessica? Yes, you know, Jessica.
My sweetheart since childhood.
Oh, you know, my sweetheart since childhood. Because we've never met before. We've only just encountered each other 3 seconds ago in this gym, and I've punched my mirror in the chops. I'm angry. Brrr. Final Fight CD. Oh, we've got the nice sound effect there from the arcade that I recognise. Okay, so I've played the SNES version to death. I've played the Game Boy Advance version to death. You've played the arcade game to death via emulation. I've played it on the Xbox 360. I've played it on the Switch. And here it is on the Sega CD and the Megadrive Mini 2. We have some funky ass tunes. That's all lovely. Got sound effects that sound quite authentic and like the arcade machine, which is cool. Now I've picked Guy here because you can't pick Guy in the SNES version. So I'm doing this to bait all the SNES owners out there. I own a SNES. Okay. Immediately, Guy doesn't punch as fast as I'd like him to. In the arcade machine, you can really spank that button and get him flipping those punches out like a madman. On here, it doesn't matter how fast I punch the button, that's the maximum speed I can get to. I'm not a Guy fan. I never really play Guy. I find him a bit weak. I'm sure he's the best character for reasons that I don't understand and never will, because I'm a gaming idiot. But yes, I prefer my violence served up by a mustachioed mayor who wears braces, long green trousers. I'm talking about Hagar here. Right. This is a funky version of this tune. Do I like this music? Don't know, gonna have to get used to it. It's a bit of sprite flicker there. Immediately you get 4 enemies on the screen at any one point though, which is one more than the SNES version. The colour depth does hurt it a little bit. CD transfer. I was going to say the CD soundtrack there, but then my lips and tongue got embroiled in some sort of unholy tryst and birthed noises that have never come out of my mouth before. Right, we have a pipe. Well, we did have a pipe. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the CD soundtrack. It's sort of kind of cool, but a bit weird when you look at the fidelity of the graphics. Animation is smooth. Looks like the bad guys have got their animation, which is groovy. I mean, they have done wonders here with 61 colours on the Megadrive. I guess. I mean, I don't know if they could have done any better. There's some weird kind of vertical lines, sort of like a half dither thing going on, which is disconcerting. Other than that, looks pretty neat. Having messed around with the Megadrive colour palette a bit myself in Photoshop, it gives you an appreciation of how well they used to do things back in the day and how hard it is to make anything look cool on the Megadrive, because some of the colours are very odd that you can pick. Actually, a lot of Megadrive games have a blue and purple hue. That'll be because there seems to be many more purple and blue colours in its palette. It's an interesting technical fact. Oh yes, the Megadrive can access 512 colours of blue and a grayscale version of blue, which is grayscale. I was trying to sound technical and then I messed it up. Good night! That guy, whoever that guy was, the technical guy that just turned up, charlatan, absolute charlatan. Right, Thrasher here is causing me some issues. Is his name Thrasher in the Japanese version? Can't remember. Let's get down that subway. Let's go and punch a telephone box or two. It plays right. Like I said, Guy feels a little slow, a little stiff from how I remember him playing in the arcade anyway. Soundtrack causing me noises of concern. Fucking Roxy, stop kicking me in the arsehole! Sprite Flicker seems to be constrained a little bit to the weapons that get dropped. I don't know how they've done that, but the weapons seem to be the first thing that flickers, which is fine, because having your legs disappear halfway through a fight is never a good look. Have these sprites changed? Does she wear knee-length jogging bottoms in the arcade machine? No, she's got hot pants on. So they've changed that for the Mega CD version. There's Andor, ominously staring at me from across the screen, baying for blood. 2P, you are a son of a gun. Hollywood, you are also a twat. I feel this is less responsive than it could be, and I'm getting caught by things I wouldn't necessarily believe I'd get caught with Guy in the arcade version of Final Fight. I could just be shit at using Guy. Oh look, there's got overhead handles for you to hang on to. Those weren't in the SNES version. There we go. You SNES lovers with your superiority complex when it comes to Final Fight. You don't have overhead handrails to hang on to, do you? No, you don't. What do I actually think about this version thus far? It's alright. It's alright, isn't it? I think the guitar music is a bit overblown. There's old Andor. I was wise to him though. I knew he was going to come on there. So I played this before. Oh no, he's going to jump on my face. Son of a gun. Oh, I died. For what reason? I don't know. Okay, well I find Guy hard to use in this. That's for sure. Hollywood is sneaky across the floor slide. Take a knife to the balls. Oh no. Handles using his meaty fist to lay waste to my beautiful face. I've got no features left, he's pounded them to dirt. Ha! See that expert bit of dodging there? That's right. You didn't like a knife to the guts either. What's wrong with him? Is he a wuss of some description? Axel gets thrown. Okay, it's Final Fight, isn't it? I think if you'd have bought this version back in the day, you'd have been happy. Looks like there's a simultaneous 2-player mode as well. Oh, I bet that gets hectic and probably flickery from what I can see. But that's groovy. The Sega CD was a weird one for me. I've seen some games on it where they use sprite scaling, and there's like massive sprites all over the screen, and there's no flicker whatsoever. Yeah, on this game, you've got like 4 characters on the screen and a couple of weapons. Things are turning off all over the place. Someone who's highly technical, not that guy who turned up earlier to make himself look like a fool, but an actual technical person, will probably be able to tell me why that is. Is this game not actually using the Sega CD to generate its visuals, but just the standard Megadrive? Maybe that's part of the problem there. If so, the Megadrive is put in a shift. Lovely. I'm assuming this game could have come out on a Megadrive cart then, in that case. Not with the CD soundtrack, obviously. With a sort of Strider-style quality soundtrack, it would have been great. They should have just done that, shouldn't they? Someone's going to be doing that. Some homebrewer has to be doing a cart version of Final Fight. Just to prove it can be done. Oh, and it was on me. Like a cheap suit. Oh, it's stabbing me in the head. This looks like death right here. Oh, I just blocked a knife with a pipe. Pipe beats knife. Knife beats and or beats guy. It's like yanking. I got killed by a bald-headed fat man. How often does that happen? Alright, let's pick Hager, because when he absolutely, positively must kill every last motherfucker on the train, Hager. With a pipe. His trousers aren't as green as I was expecting. He is muscled though, so that's good. Right, we have the exterior scene before the second boss, and on the SNES you don't get any barrels on this part rolling at you. On the arcade you get barrels kicked at you from off-screen people. Let's see what happens on the Sega CD. Got some drips there on the wall, look. Oh, someone's got some leaky pipes. Someone tell the water company, Jesus Christ, I'm paying a water bill here, what, for their dodgy pipe work? There's some stilted animation with Hager. Oh, there's barrels. Oh, and they're rolling at me. Oh, how'd you like that, SNES? In your face! Hager doesn't seem to have that fluid a movement either. Like the... what are they called? Is it a backdrop? It doesn't seem that well animated compared to other versions, but I could just be misremembering that. His fighting speed seems appropriate for Hager. Doesn't seem to be as gimped as Guy. I don't know if I can use that phrase. It doesn't seem to be as shoddily implemented as Guy. Sodom is going to get it. He's going to get it where he doesn't want it, which is right on his nut. Hager's taking out the trash. Never pick up the swords. There's no point. Sodom will just run at you and do that sort of shizzle. Headbutts. Eat arse. Sodom is now dead. When Hager picks up a sword or a pipe, that animation doesn't seem that fluid either. We've got the baying crowd there, playing long after the stage is finished. Oh, the boos reverberated around for days after Hager killed Sodom. Got the bonus stage, lovely stuff. Let's kick the shit out of the car with my thunderous punches. Got a funk soundtrack here, because nothing says killing a car like a funky guitar riff. Lovely. That is some pretty shoddy animation there on that pipe, isn't it? Damn straight it was perfect. Okay, this is Final Fight on the Sega CD. It's pretty good.
Oh my god.
What did he say? Did he say the C-bomb? Oh my... what? Did he say car or God? Or the C-bomb? It could have been either of... well, it could have been any one of those three things. It seemed... it sounded a bit C-bomby, but it's surely not. Okay, anyway, this is Final Fight on the Sega CD. Emulated on the Megadrive Mini 2. It's pretty cool. I don't think this is an expensive game to buy. Japanese import anyway. I don't know what the PAL version goes for. It seems reasonable. So, Sega CD, I suggest you get it. This thing's pretty decent. Alright then. That's my look at Final Fight on the Sega CD. Where do I rank it in terms of the versions I've played? Well, it's not as good as the arcade version. Seems to play smoothly enough that it beats the SNES version with the content that it's got. Not as good as the Game Boy Advance version. And that's all I've got to say. Alright then, ta-ra.